What's up guys, Hades here. So the new patch came out, 2.9.1. There are some big changes in here. There's gonna be a lot of new updates to events, and we need to be prepared for what's changing so that we can adapt our spending patterns and play patterns to best optimize our accounts. So let's jump into this. So the first thing, we're getting a manufacturing factory event. We don't have a ton of details on what it looks like or how it's gonna be, but what we do know is it's going to be replacing Spark of the Galaxy. After the version comes out, they're gonna close the old one and you're gonna turn your frosty orbs, those white orbs, and you're gonna be able to exchange them for a 3-to-1 ratio with the new event. Now how this event actually works, we're gonna be making energy cores in the factory to create items. What those items exactly do or how we're gonna exchange them or what even rewards we're gonna get is still to be determined, but this is going to be an exciting one, and I will definitely bring this out in its own video when we get to see it. Now the second thing is VIP privileges. Very interesting. We don't know exactly how this is going to be determined, but most games, when you have 10 pull summons, means 10 free spins or 10 free tries at VIP 10 and 20 free at VIP 15. Now we'll see exactly how this works, but it will work on Thea's Roulette, Spark of Galaxy, and Wisdom Well. However, I think we might not be getting Spark of Galaxy. I think this is probably referring to this new manufacturing event, but we'll see if they change it to both or not, but we'll see. Next one, they're changing or optimizing the Wisdom Well, and this might be the biggest one of the patch. So they're updating the ban function. Now, if you've ever played Wisdom Well, there's this ban function, and I don't know anyone that uses it. Everyone who uses this event is actually just hunting for the ability stones. No one actually cares for these shards. You can get them in better ways, in different ways. So you're pretty much looking for this, and to do that, you just send the ones. You just click 11111. So this has not been used by anyone, so they're removing it, which I think is a good change. If no one's using it, it shouldn't be in the game. They're also changing the prize pool contents. So they're adding this new thing called Wisdom Elixir. It's used for purchasing rewards in the Wish Shop. Now the Wish Shop is here. This is the Wish Shop. This is where we get all our ability stones, alchemy stones for reborning artifacts, different artifacts for shadow and holy, and then all of the normal artifacts. However, it's going to be changed. There's going to be this new thing called Wisdom Elixir. Now, Wisdom Elixir is going to be used to exchange for legendary and epic skills. Now, again, this is going to be its own video later once we see it and what's actually available and what the pricing is on it. We don't have that yet, but we will see what happens in the future. Cinder of Wishes is what we already have. That's what these are called, Cinder of Wish. Cinder of Wishes are still going to give epic skills, schematics, and alchemy stones the same way they do, right? These are epics, this is the alchemy stones, and the regulars. All the things we already know are still gonna stay the same. If you're in Season 0, you will have access to epic skills. Once you get to Season 1, you will have access to legendary skills, and then epic skills obtainable this season will be then added to the exchange shop. So this is a really good update. I think it's gonna be better for everyone, but again, we'll see exactly how it shakes out once we get the new update. Next, Zuma Tower. They changed the shop. You used to be able to get as many as you wanted, so some players were getting like 4 skins in the same event, which I don't think they liked, so they're gonna do a daily limit of purchases. It'll probably be 1 per day is my guess, but again, we might have to see how dramatic this one is. If it's a dramatic change, I will definitely make a video. If not, I'll probably ignore it. They're also adding a new skin fragment to the Colosseum skin. The Colosseum skin is a decent skin. It was one of the original kind of power combat skins, and then other things became better. It was the first one with March speed, and it also gave honor. I think it'll be scalable, but I think they're more looking at this one as a cosmetic. It gradually enhances its visual effects. So it's upgraded for different visuals. I'm not sure if people like that. If it doesn't add more power, I'm not going to see the value in it for me personally. If you're into cosmetics, then, you know, to each their own. Skill unlock adjustment, they changed coercive in the Tower of Knowledge to level 40. Elemental domain, after the update, the high scores will be cleared, so they're going to reset them. Battle Pass time opening, the peak Battle Pass adjusts to lock on 90 days after server launch. So you'll get the Battle Pass after 90 days is the new update. A bunch of Legion of Frostborn, which is KVK. The middle ring entry, they changed the exception or the entry level from 3.6 million to 2.8 million, which I think is better. I think there were some alliances getting stuck and not able to enter right away into the middle. They're also changing the Legion personal achievement optimization. So they're going to be different based on your Lord contracts. We're having problems with the different Lord contracts and what you're able to do, and they're going to hopefully be fixing that. I'll do a whole KVK video on the next season based on these changes. So what this is actually saying will be more clear once we have it. Now for the Altar of Stone, the range display was how far they could go. It was hard to know which ones had the right range when you're placing them. They're going to be fixing that. They're also adding the attack range viewing feature, which was going to be helpful for the exact same reason. The Altar Stone targeting display, they're going to optimize it. When Altar Stones are exposed, the entire inner city area, all tiles except outer walls will be attackable, right? So there was just a few little things with the new stones that was making them hard to use, and they're trying to make them a little bit better. And then they're adding the core durability display. When viewing city info, core durability will now display at the bottom of the interface, just to make it easier for us. So these are mostly just interface visualization things, mostly just for the R5s and R6s of the Alliance. Most of us won't really care about this at all. So there are some big changes. What I recommend you doing is saving up the vouchers on GT Arcade. That's how you do it. That's the most efficient way to do it. Save them up and then go in on these if you find them useful. I think the Wisdom Well is going to be the most effective one, as this game is very slowly but also very quickly becoming a legendary skill game. If you don't have the legendary skills, you kind of start to fall behind. These are the best skills in the game. Knife Through Butter is probably the best skill in the game, maybe tied with Fountain. These both give you first hit. If you lower their energy and you can't be lowered, you then have first hit. I am going to be working on life protection. This is how you keep your backline alive. Without this one, you honestly don't function very well. This one is super important, infinite firepower. This runs the game, so if the well becomes more efficient or just better in general or easier to obtain, that's going to be a huge one to focus on. And I will update you guys when that comes out. But if you like these kind of videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.